win, but it was in the vein of single momming.
Yeah.
And I texted Kelly and I was like, what you're doing is hurting the cause.
Right.
But Kelly, as Kelly does often, she doesn't see the forest through the trees. And so the bigger concept, the bigger picture was like that I was trying to promote with her was like was difficult for her to see because she was like so entrenched in her own personal drama with Bronwyn. And so Kelly was upset with me, you know? It felt like a personal attack that I was making on Kelly in her mind. We're cool though.
That's good. Yes, I've been on the
She invited me to her house.
She has?
Mm-hmm. She moved.
I could see you guys getting along really well.
We do. You know, we have the same birthday, September 26th.
Do you think there's like this do not use Housewives list? You know, people always say Kelly's possibly on it. You know, I mean, Nene has now sued the network. I don't think she's, you know, going to go back. Yeah.
What did she sue it for?
She claimed all sorts of things, including racism, and the case is dismissed. I don't know the details of it. Like, do you believe?
Settled?
I believe it was just dismissed.
Interesting.
Not settled in any respects. So do you think there's this such thing as like a do not use Housewives list? Do you think that's real?
Probably. I mean, if they're smart, there would be. I mean, you have to protect your brand. Everybody does.
Right.
Like Bravo is a brand.
Have you ever been asked to go on a girls' trip?
No.
Would you go?
Yeah. Huh? I told Andy I kind of want to go. It sounds like fun. But, like, I'm not dying to go on a girls' trip. Like, I would go, but I'm not really dying to go back on the show either. I don't really care that much.
I mean, you're busy. You have a brand, like you said. I wonder why you've never...
it's drama.
It's drama. Even, but the girls' trip, at least it's a short hit. You get some money.
Yeah.
I just wonder why you've never been asked. Like, I mean, I think you would be great on it.
Thanks. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see.
Who would you like to least go with from the OC? Like if they said, who's the one person you don't
Vicki.
want? I mean.
I don't want to go with Vicki. Like we would actually be fine, but like we never bonded. So I wouldn't want to go with Vicki. But I feel like that's a canned response.
Maybe you guys it would be a good chance for you to mend your fences. See Vicki's.
But like I don't respect her because she faked cancer. I don't see, how do you get past that?
She still stands by to this day that she didn't fake it.
She better fucking stand by that. Otherwise, she's ruined. If she said she faked cancer, do you think she'd still be relevant? Would we be talking about her today? No, she'd be totally canceled.
Totally.
So she has no other option except to stand by the fact that she did not fake cancer. She has to stand by her lie. She has to. Otherwise, she's done.
Right. Right. And then even
logic does not add up. Logic does not add up that she knew that she didn't know he was faking cancer. That doesn't make sense.
Right. Because
she knew she was in on it. Duh. Anybody with eyes and ears can see that. It's not that hard to deduct that she was sleeping next to a person, faking cancer, and that she's in on the lie. I went to his cancer appointment. I went to this, but she didn't because it didn't exist. That means she's faking cancer.
Why wouldn't, if Tamra knew that she was in on it, why wouldn't she speak up about it?
Because Tamra has a friendship with Vicki, and so Tamra handed me the torch, and I took it and ran. And I took it all the way to the finish line, baby.
Did you know that Tamra knew back then? Like, did Tamra say, I'm staying clear of this, Meghan?
No, not that explicit, but she brought the psychic on. Like, Tamra knew. Tamra knew that it was something dicey happening, but Tamra did not want to get her hands dirty. But I didn't care, so I got my hands dirty. Also, I had a lot of time on my hands. Tamra had 4 kids. She had all the drama with Simon. She had real issues happening. I had none. I was newly married. My husband was in St. Louis. I was twiddling my thumbs during the day. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have a kid. I didn't have a job. I had time on my hands. I was the prime candidate to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, you were.
Mm-hmm.
Well, throughout the years, you've been very vocal about your ex. You know, I know there's a lot out there. Like, where are you guys? I mean, do you have any relationship other than co-parenting now?
There's no co-parenting. No, it's parallel parenting. He doesn't even allow me to talk to my children when he has them. It's terrible.
Wow.
I know.
Do you think there'll ever be a day where that changes?
I'm hopeful, but if history, is any indication of, the future, the answer is a hard no. He has 7 children with 3 ex-wives, and he hasn't had a good relationship with any of them. Why didn't I see that writing on the wall before? Because I was the one who's going to change him, David.
Now, yes, that's how we, and then, you've used the word narcissist, which I mean, you've studied it. Like that's become, a thing that you are now well versed in. Like, what is your definition of a narcissist? Like, what are the characteristics for people that are listening?
And there's like a variety, right? Like, and also people can have narcissistic traits without having narcissistic personality disorder. There's a vast difference between the two. And I think anyone who's successful or like at the top of their game has to have some of, those narcissistic traits in order to be successful and like achieve the position in which they're in. But the personality disorder it's a totally different ballgame. And that reference was used on purpose. It's about not taking personal responsibility. It's gaslighting, which means like turning a situation around that shouldn't be turned around. It's deflection. I was like groomed to basically lose my sense of self. Quit my job, which also sounds wonderful to quit your job. And be, somebody else will take care of you. But what that really means is stripping away your individuality and your ability to earn for yourself and be independent. And so like those are like little tiny ways that the narcissist looks good or looks nice, but like really they're just gaining control.
Right. Now, and you said recently on Watch What Happens when Louis' name came up, that he was a slime ball, bad news, like you definitely lump him into the same category as your ex.
I don't know. I feel like it's easy. He's an easy one to throw in there. Yeah. He's not covert. He's overt. I think it's like, and he's on television. Like it's such, I don't know. It feels obvious.
It feels obvious to a lot of people, but it doesn't feel obvious, I guess, to Teresa.
And why would it? She's in love. And that's like an authentic feeling she has for this man. And I think Teresa has a huge heart. And that makes her a prime candidate to go after, prime victim.
Like, do you think, like, is a narcissist good at, like, seeing that vulnerability in someone?
A narcissist doesn't have enough like emotional intelligence to understand that that's what they're going after. They're just like, they're reactive.